Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy, Demi, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, let's talk about my honest thoughts on James Harden as a player. So if y'all are new, I need you to do 3 things for me. Make sure to like button, comment, and subscribe, and get me to the 200 subscriber goal. And it's going on my main channel. Please be sure to subscribe because we're close to 300 subscribers. And let's get started for today's video. James Harden, the shooting guard, has played for almost 3 teams in his history, in the Houston Rockets, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I would say for James Harden's best years were his prime years in Houston and OKC, as he was just becoming a star, and then in Houston he became a superstar. In Philadelphia he's pretty much washed, but I think he's pretty much not at the same level he is now. But at the same time I can say James Harden, he's an offensive bucket getter. He can do everything for you. He can basically shoot over double teams, he can basically step back, can basically be a good playmaker, and he can facilitate for his team when it's necessary. James Harden, when on the court, he's a big problem because he demands double teams and he demands your attention as an opponent on the court, and he'll pretty much stuff the stat sheet. He'll pretty much pass the ball, he'll pretty much rebound the ball a bit, and he'll shoot the ball from anywhere on the court. He's basically like another Stephen Curry but in a shooting guard's body because he can basically shoot from anywhere in the court, and he can be a threat on any given night. For James Harden, I don't think James Harden really talks a lot of smack talk, but I think for now, as for the time of his career, I think he pretty much talks a bit more trash because he said Giannis can't really shoot because all he does is just rim run and shoot the ball.
I've had people talking about some of the stereotypes that have blown up around you. Charles Barkley, when they had the All-Star draft, was saying, oh, no one wants to take James Harden, he's a dribbler. Giannis Antetokounmpo makes a joke on the air about, I want to take someone who can pass. I'm taking Kemba Walker instead of James Harden.
I average more assists than him, I think.
You ranked 10th in assists going into the All-Star break, and Kemba ranked 36th in assists going into the All-Star break.
So I don't see what the joke is, but I didn't even see it. You know, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I just know none of them can mess with me.
Well, Daryl Morey, your general manager, had a great line to kind of address all of that. He said, being different doesn't really get appreciated until it works.
Yeah, or when I'm done. You know, when it's all said and done, you know, they'll appreciate it more. You know, but I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like that takes no skill at all. I gotta actually learn how to play basketball and how to have skill, you know?
But that's his own thoughts. But I think James Harden now, everyone's saying he's washed, but at the same time they always look back to his prime days and they're like, wow, he averaged 30 a season. That's pretty much hard to do. As for another player right now, Luka Doncic, pretty much doing the same thing he's doing as for his season in Houston. I think James Harden is a very good NBA player. His step backs are insane. His agility to get up and down the court is insane. And like, his ability to always involve his teammates is very much well. Like I said for Clint Capella, he wasn't really much of a threat. And then when James Harden came around, he basically was his lob mate in prime. So what can I really say? James Harden's a good teammate on and off the court. As for his prime years, he pretty much led Houston from a small market team that doesn't contend to a team that almost contended and won the NBA championship. Though they had guys like Chris Paul and Dwight Howard on their team, it pretty much wasn't enough to get it done. But I think those years in Houston were James Harden's best days because he would score at least 25 to 30 points in an MVP year. And he had a good supporting cast and surrounded him by around shooters, like for example, PJ Tucker, Daniel House, and Eric Gordon, for example. And the era that Houston had was a long era they had with James Harden, and it just ended for his time in Brooklyn and Philadelphia. James Harden, we all know what he can do as a player. He's pretty much blessed to such an NBA court, but if he wasn't with Kevin Durant, I think Oklahoma City Thunder would have been a dynasty for like almost the last 10 or so years because they had him, Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, Kevin Durant, and even as you can throw a center in there for Kendrick Perkins, though he wasn't really there. But I think if that unit together stayed in Oklahoma City with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, oh my gosh, it would have been a nightmare. But James Harden is a very polished player. I love how he plays. He brings good style to the game. He's a very much fun player to watch on the court because he gets you tickets sold and he basically can drop almost 30 to 40 nights on a given night dance. But James Harden, I don't have any problem with him. They're not really harsh debates. I just wish he can go back to his prime years because in Houston, that's when he was made, and then Oklahoma City Thunder, he was basically like a small version of himself, and then in Brooklyn, he pretty much was a complimentary piece, and now in Philadelphia, he basically the second option. So I just miss seeing James Harden the first option. He would be pretty much serviceable on his own team, but hey, what can I say? If he wants to win, he wants to win, and that's all I gotta say for James Harden, because he's a very polished and fun player to watch, and he basically an MVP caliber player when on the court as for his time in Houston as in prime years. But everyone's calling him washed, but I think he probably has much changed as a player. But that's really all I gotta say for James Harden and his stuff on Houston right now, and Oklahoma City and all the teams he's been on. And these are my honest thoughts on James Harden. So if you are new, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And your boy D-Me, also D-Baby, and I'm out. Peace.